All right, we're moving on now. After the fire at a high-rise in central Delhi's Connaught Place, there was another fire which was reported in Old Delhi's Kinara market. Fire was reported in 2 transformers. Over 1 dozen fire tenders have been rushed to the spot. Firefighters are locked and dousing the fire since it broke out at 2:30 p.m. Well, that's the latest that we're getting in. We're trying to get you visuals. These are the latest visuals. This has taken place in Kinara Bazaar in Chandni Chowk area of the walled city in the national capital. What in fact might be making things rather difficult is that the lanes are highly congested and difficult even for fire tenders to move in. I'd like to cut across to Atir Khan, who's on the phone line with us. Atir, can you give us details on this fire which has broken out in the Kinara Bazaar? Because will make extremely difficult for fire tenders to move, and there's absolutely no space in the walled city, especially in Kinara Bazaar area.
Well, that's right. With the initial reports coming in, this fire started a little while ago in the electric transformers in that area. And Kinara Bazaar is a very congested area in Chandni Chowk, and experienced in the past, the Delhi Fire Service tenders have experienced difficulty in reaching to the spot. And stock a block, and there's a heavy flow of pedestrians in that area. However, some fire tenders have been able to reach there. More than 10 of them. They're trying to to douse the fire and bring the situation under control. But it seems it will take a while before the situation becomes normal in that area.
A quick question, Atir. Are there any people trapped? Any casualties reported? Can you give us an update on that?
Well, as of now, there is no report of any casualty, but as I've told you, the initial reports coming in. Since the fire broke out in the electric pole area, the transformer area, there were no people inside that premises. But what we know is that it's a fairly congested area, and hence the area has been sort of cordoned off for the operations to be carried out. As of now, there is no report of casualty or anybody being injured.
All right, well, that's the latest that we're getting in. On your television screen, 2 fire reported on the same day itself. On the left-hand side was a fire in central Delhi, Connaught Place area, that was reported earlier today morning. That has been brought under control. But the next report of a fire that we're breaking right now is on your right-hand side of your television screen. You can see the firemen and fire tenders trying to douse the fire which has taken place in the walled city of the national capital, Chandni Chowk, precisely the Kinara Bazaar area. You can see plumes of black smoke rising from that particular building. Now, what we can tell our viewers, initial information suggests that this fire has been reported from the transformers in this particular building, what is also making rescue operations extremely difficult, and that is because it's a highly congested area. For those of our viewers who visited Chandni Chowk and Kinara Bazaar would know what we're talking about. There are low-lying wires everywhere, highly congested, difficult for even fire tenders to get through. So that is what the firemen are battling as of now. My colleague Atir Khan has been speaking to the fire department and also at the spot picking up the latest. As of now, no casualty has been reported. Evacuation orders have been given to buildings surrounding this particular establishment which houses the transformers, but the blaze still not under control. Atir Khan is still with us on the phone line. Atir, can you get us up to speed? What is the latest information that you're getting in?
Well, you see the temperature in Delhi is quite high, and there is a forecast of dry weather for another 5 days. Keeping that in mind, today there was a fire which broke out in the Connaught Place area, and now this very congested Kinara Bazaar area. So what really the problems being faced by the fire officials is reaching at the spot. Now, somehow some fire tenders have been able to reach, but then if need be, more fire tenders need to be pressed into service, and they have to reach there as soon as possible. So this is causing inconvenience as far as traffic flow is concerned. And now the officials who have reached the spot, they're trying to ensure that there is no injury to anybody during this dousing operation. So it will take a while, but then the area is disturbed because of this entire operation. The traffic is being disrupted to ensure that there is no obstruction to the fire tenders reaching the spot.
All right, stay on with us, Atir. So two separate incidents of fire reported in the national capital, both in central Delhi. One was reported today morning at Connaught Place area, and the other as we speak, and these are the live visuals that we are getting for our viewers, is from Chandni Chowk, precisely the Kinara Bazaar. Two transformers there have caught fire. There was fear that the fire might spread. Evacuation orders have been given. The area has been cordoned off. No reports as of now of anybody being trapped in this building. No report of any casualty. Well, that's the silver lining to what we are witnessing. But the fire authorities finding it extremely difficult to bring down this fire, to get it under control. You can still see plumes of black smoke rising from this particular building. And what's made things extremely difficult, and that's what Arthur is also pointing out, there's complete chaos in the surrounding area. The roads are it's really extremely narrow. The lanes are extremely narrow. There are low-lying wires which can even erupt and break into another incident. That is what the fire tenders and fire authorities don't want. Very few fire tenders have been able to reach the spot, primarily because it's a highly congested area, but no casualty reported as of now. But those two splitting images that you see on your television screen, one was reported earlier today morning. Now that fire under control. On the left-hand side, that was reported from Connaught Place, but the other now a burning inferno, not very far away from the first one. It's been reported in central Delhi, but in the walled city, Chandni Chowk area, to be precise, the Kinara Bazaar. That is where it's a market for electrical supplies. That is where this particular fire has been reported from. What we do know, about 10 fire tenders have been rushed to the area. The vicinity completely in chaos right now, in pandemonium, because the roads are extremely narrow, very difficult for the fire tenders to actually go in and try and battle the blaze. Finding it extremely difficult. The silver lining to all of this, no casualty reported, nobody's trapped in this particular building. This fire took place at about 2:30 this afternoon when two transformers in this building that you see on your television screen caught fire. The fire still raging on. 3 fire tenders, as Arthur Khan is pointing out, have reached the spot and are trying to put down the blaze. The others trying to reach the spot, finding it extremely difficult as the lanes are extremely narrow. You can see people standing there trying to get a glimpse of what is taking place, and some even trying to help by pouring buckets of water. But not much right now filtering in terms of the damage which has been caused, but no damage to life has been reported. No casualties, nobody trapped in the building. Arthur Khan is at the spot reporting live, getting us the very latest. Arthur, you've been speaking to fire officials. What are you picking up?
Well, what we know from what we have spoken to the sources is that, still there is a minor fire. You see, if it is escalated to the medium level, then it becomes very, very serious, because we know that even a medium category of fire is, it involves a major operation of more than 15 fire tenders. So as of now, it's a minor fire, but then you see the operation is sensitive given the congestion in the area, and the density of population is quite high. Other than that, it's a market area. There's huge flow of pedestrians in that area. So controlling that is a big problem. But at the same time, they are hopeful. The fire officers are hopeful of controlling it in another 1 hour's time or so.
All right, Arthur Khan getting us the very latest there on this latest incident of fire. It's not a major fire. Well, that is what we can confirm for our viewers. That is what the fire authorities have told our channel.